The Grammy Award winner Don Cheadle doesn't need any introduction after having at least 57 super hit movies under his name. Let's see some of the most amazing and most highest grossing movies done by Don. The streak of providing back-to-back blockbusters started after he first appeared in the classic comedy Moving Violations back in 1985. Since then, Don Cheadle has had a fantastic career both in acting as well as in filmmaking. Avengers Endgame. With the removal of Terrence Howard from the role of James Rhodes after his appearance in the Iron Man movie, Don Cheadle was chosen as his replacement. Since then, James Rhodes has been synonymous with Don in all of the forthcoming Iron Man movies and Avengers as well. Rhodey, as Iron Man calls him, is a military officer who is a significant part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as is also the War Machine. It won't be wrong to call him Tony's right hand, because he trusts him more than anyone else. The movie was made on a budget of $400 million, but it successfully crossed $2.797 billion after hitting the theaters. Avengers Infinity War. Well, this is one movie that Marvel fans could never forget because when it hit the box office in 2018, there was a bang at the charts as it grossed about $2.048 billion worldwide. The film features all of the superheroes on a single screen, as well as features the Guardians of the Galaxy cast as well. The movie was also the last Avengers film that featured Chadwick Boseman before his unfortunate passing away. In an interview, Don Cheadle revealed that Avengers Infinity War was one of the favorite movies of his gorgeous children, so it holds special value for that. Avengers Age of Ultron. Tony Stark and James Rhodes were back at it again with the latest Avengers movie, Age of Ultron, back in 2015. The superheroes will now have to defend against a piece of artificial intelligence called Stark's Ultron program to save the entire globe. However, the villain of the movie has to eradicate humanity, ironically enough, because Stark thought Ultron would be an ultimate safety shield. This powerful storyline helps the makers of the movie to earn a total of $1.395 billion in total, made on a budget of $300 million. Iron Man 3. One of the most iconic movies from the MCU featuring Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man 3. While this movie was released in theaters back in 2013, it received plenty of favorable responses from the critics and grossed $1.215 billion at the box office. The film is based on Iron Man's post-war stress disorders, which were caused to him after his last win in the Iron Man 2 movie. Hence, to cope with it, he builds dozens of new Iron Man suits and brews up his new relationship with his girlfriend, Pepper Potts. The movie features Don Cheadle joining forces with Iron Man to stop Killian's reign of danger. Iron Man 3 was made on a budget of $200 million, and Don had an amazing support role in this movie. Captain America Civil War. This was hands down one of the most epic fights of the Marvel Studios film productions. Features Chris Evans as Captain America and Tony Stark fighting with each other after a bunch of building workers were killed in Nigeria attempting to stop Brock Rumlow from stealing a biological weapon. In response, Tony Stark supports the idea of the United Nations overseeing the Avengers, while Captain America prefers working individually towards the cause. James Rhodes, played by Don Cheadle, was successful in arresting Sam Wilson and Bucky under the charges to kill the Wakandan king. The film was a super hit and crossed $1.151 billion at the global box office. While Iron Man and Captain America go against each other, War Machine also has to pick sides. Iron Man 2. Back in 2010, Iron Man 2 was the first movie that featured Don Cheadle in the role of James Rhodes after the exit of Terrence Howard. The movie revolves around the main star of the entire franchise, Tony Stark. The movie witnesses Iron Man become a popular personality in the eyes of the media after his well-established Stark business blooms. This was also when he realized that the palladium core which was present in his Iron Man suit was slowly killing him. Iron Man and Rhodes worked together as a unit to demolish Hammer and Vanko, who destroyed Tony Stark's Iron Man suit. This film crossed a whopping amount of $600 million at the box office while it was released. Ocean's 11. Now let's talk about a movie outside of the MCU. Ocean's 11 witnesses one of the most elite cast of Hollywood ever. The movie was released in the early 2000s and is considered to be one of the most hilarious movies revolving around the plot of a heist in the 21st century. Working alongside George Clooney was a highlight in the career of Don Cheadle, as he himself likes to admit it. The movie revolves around the robbing of the MGM Grand, which contained a vault containing $150 million on the night of the boxing match. The movie grossed $450 million globally, which is still unattainable because of the year in which the movie was released. Click on one of these two videos on screen right now.